Hi, I'm Katie Frazier, the Literary and Communications Director for All for One.
And I'm Ariana Chalette, the Literary Intern.
And today we're going to talk about the top 5 biggest mistakes people make when they submit. Okay. Number 5, forgetting who you're submitting to. This one we see more often than you would think, and it's something that's going to drive anyone you're submitting to anywhere nuts. When you write your cover letter or your artistic statement, make sure you put the name of the correct organization. If you put down NYC Fringe, or say we're really excited to be submitting to Solo Nova, and you're not submitting to that organization, you're just copy and pasting an old cover letter, it looks bad, and people do notice.
So that's the kind of thing where, when you're finished working on everything and you're ready to put it all out, it's great to sleep on it one night, especially since our submissions don't close until April 1st, and just say, hey, I'm looking at this with fresh eyes. Oh, look at that, I made a small mistake like that. Because it's very easy to fix, and we love that little extra moment of looking at it.
Yeah, so it's really just a matter of looking over what you've written and not copy and pasting the same thing for everywhere you submit. That attention to detail saves you a lot of mistakes.
Number 4, broken videos and non-functioning passwords or lack thereof.
It's one of those things that seems really, really simple, but make sure the link you give us is a real link and that it works. And make sure and if it's password protected, give us the password.
Yeah.
And if you give us the password, make sure you give us the right one. So easy, but it happens a lot. People make that mistake a lot.
Really, it ends up hurting you more because it takes us longer to review your materials when we have to email you and then hear back from you, and all of it just slows down the process, and we want to get through these as quickly as we can so you hear back from us as quickly as possible.
Exactly. Number 3, incorrect attachments. When you attach your script, make sure it's your script. Yes. It's another mistake that seems so simple, but you just have to pay attention to what you're doing. Don't rush through it. Attach your resume where it says resume, and attach your cover letter where it says cover letter. Just make sure you're paying attention to what file you're choosing and that you're sending us the correct script. Don't send us the script for another show you're working on. Send us the right script.
And also make sure that when you're sending in that script, that it doesn't have your resume cover letter on the same document with it. We've gotten a few of those, and we want to make sure that those are in those categories where we ask for the resume and the cover letter and not also with your script.
Exactly. So attach things where they go. Some places in their submissions ask for you to put everything together in one document. Make sure you do that for them, and people who don't ask for that, don't do it for them. It just creates a jumble of information, and everyone has their way that they want to organize things. So you want to make sure you follow the instructions on that.
So number 2 is formatting. There are many examples online. There are many examples that I believe we have on our site that show you how to make a piece, if it's your cover letter, if it's your actual play, follow the rules of writing a play, the structure of writing a play, because it makes it so much trickier for us to read it if it looks like an essay.
Right. You really want to use standard script format, and we'll put some links to that in the below this video. And there's also software out there that helps you write the play in standard script format if you want to use that. You want to make it as easy to read as possible. So if what we're handed is a big, dense essay with no breaks for stage directions, it's hard to read. It gives that reader an unpleasant experience and is going to make them less likely to like your show. And keep in mind, too, this is a common problem with solo shows, that yes, it's you speaking the whole time, but if you're switching characters, we need to see that delineated in the script.
Yes.
Otherwise, we don't know what's going on. And I'm sure you do when you're performing off of that script, but it has to be something the reader can understand.
Also, it's really, really useful to have a character list if you have multiple characters that you're switching between. That gives us a little description of who they are before we get into the actual play.
Right. Also, with formatting, when you're sending us a cover letter or a resume, make sure you're formatting those in the standard way to format a letter or a resume, which all it takes is a quick Google search. If your resume is 5 pages long and includes lots of paragraphs, it's probably not really a resume. So please make sure you look up the correct way to format a resume and the correct way to format a letter, because when we ask for a cover letter, that's what we want. When we ask for a resume, that's what we want. Don't send us a bio when we're asking for a resume, and vice versa. And our number one biggest mistake people make when they're submitting is not reading the instructions. This leads to multitudes of other problems, and in fact it often leads to the other problems that we've already mentioned in our list of top 5 mistakes. If you read the instructions, we like you automatically. And that means everything that we put out on the page. We say in our instructions your script must be in standard script format. We say in our instructions that the file names of your script should be your name, the name of the show, and then what that file is. And if you follow those instructions, you make our lives easier and you give us a more pleasant experience of reviewing your show. We have a frequently asked questions list on our website, as well as a file you can download on our website with everything you could possibly want to know. Read those instructions. It'll help you so much when you're submitting. And not reading instructions leads to tons of other problems, and not just with us, with anywhere you're submitting. If you don't look at the information about the place you're submitting to, you might submit your 10-person musical to a solo performance festival, and you might send your drama to a festival that's only looking for comedy. You really need to read the instructions, otherwise you're going to end up wasting not just their time, but your own. Well, thanks guys. We'll be back next Saturday with another Submission Saturday video. And if you have any questions for us that you want to know about submissions, go on Twitter and use the hashtag SubmissionSaturday, or comment on our Facebook and we'll let you know.
Thanks.
Bye.